Hi, my name is Alex Rahal, and this is my informative speech for Fundamentals of Speech and Communication, and my topic is commercial spaceflight. For over the last 5 decades, our world has made great strides when it has come to space and exploration. From the Great Race under the Kennedy administration between Russia and the United States to putting the first rover on the moon, everyone has benefited a great deal from this. Now, I don't know about you guys, but as a kid, I used to love staring in the vastness of space and just being in complete awe with how much we have not explored. When you really take a look at it, it's such a minute part of what is actually out there, and it is just amazing to see. However, with every new step that we take, people are always contradicting their statements or having questions arise where they don't feel comfortable with commercial spaceflight. Throughout this speech, I hope to talk to you guys about some major points of this in order to help you form an opinion and discuss among yourselves. This behind me is a prototype that SpaceX came up with for commercial space flight, and it allows multiple passengers to go up if they purchase tickets and go through the correct training. Commercial spaceflight really started under the Reagan administration as NASA was its own private entity and no one competed with them in the United States. However, after the discontinuing of their manned rockets, they started using rockets such as these, which is the Soyuz, is a Russian ship. They would be paying $70 million per seat to the Russians in order to fund their shuttle needs. However, with other private industries coming, such as SpaceX, which is owned, the CEO is Elon Musk, and Virgin Galactic, whose CEO is Richard Branson, it helps domesticate the prices and allows us to put the money instead of giving it to other countries back into our pockets and hopefully boost the economy. Um, by no means is this for the average citizen. It costs about $250,000 per ticket, which was estimated if they can get it passed for commercial spaceflight. However, this past Saturday, actually, they sent two astronauts into space, SpaceX, I'm speaking of, and it kind of set the tone for how the rest of this commercial flight stuff is going. The next thing I would like to talk to you about is the economics portion of it. Everybody knows that when you spend more money, you make more money. It's a generic saying, and with private entities and not giving money, especially $7 million per seat to the Russians, we're putting our own money back into the economy, allowing more money to be spent in furthering research. This is the Tesla stock history, which I know is not SpaceX, but SpaceX is not a publicly traded company. They sell to their employees instead of salaries. They can give them portions of stock, which is something that's very cool that Elon Musk does. But you are able to get a good inside view because Tesla is reflective of SpaceX. They both go up, they coincide together. So Tesla, after breaking $2,500 in the stock, had a 5-to-1 split, meaning that if you had one share worth $2,500, you technically now have five shares worth $500, which the improvements that you see through Tesla has rose substantially, especially in a volatile market ever since the coronavirus pandemic, where everything has been fluctuating very wildly. Um, with the $250,000 tickets, it's generally targeted towards the upper 1% of people that spend more money, which definitely helps putting more money back into our economy, which can boost everything now with everything going on. Gas prices could go down. I mean, every new revenue stream that opens up is potentially has a huge upside for everyone. It's like sitting on an oil-rich country without digging the oil, and this could be an untapped resource that can really help us out. The next thing I want to talk about is the competitiveness. Could this start another space race between us and China, us and Russia, like we did in the 1960s? And this coincides with my next point is safety. If everyone's competing with each other, there could be a lot of things that are overlooked and could possibly go wrong. And the safety is the number one priority when it comes to Virgin Galactic, NASA, and SpaceX, because they do not want anything happen. I grew up reading stories about the Challenger explosion and the Apollo 13 missions, where things got overlooked and things went bad, and many people lost their lives in the name of exploring space. This is the Challenger. So some questions that I have for you guys is, with how fast the space industry is progressing, do you believe that there is more risk than reward? This is basically another safety issue. Do you think there's more upside than downside when it comes to space travel and competitiveness? Question two, do you think seats should be lower in cost to give everyone a chance other than just the 1%? Basically saying, should this be shared with everyone? And I know now, since it's such a new concept, that they're gonna have to charge more until they get into the swing of things. Three, will the economy have a positive impact due to the new industry? I briefly went over that, and it really is something that only time can tell. And what would you like to see come out of these new concepts? What would you like your kids to see? Maybe 20, 30 years, people will be flying into space just as if they were flying to Vancouver. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you guys have a good rest of the day.